What's up guys and welcome back. So in this video we're going to be designing the top bar and we're going to be designing the header and also the footer right here. So you can see these are the stuff that are coming right here. We're going to be designing each and everything here. So let's just go ahead and let's get started. First of all, you have to go and you have to click customize to go to the customizer. You guys do know about each and everything part. So what I'm going to be doing, I'm just going to be explaining you what I'm doing right now very fast so that you guys don't get bored and you guys do know that what I'm doing so you can copy exactly the same on your own website. So first of all, I'm going to be going to the header right here. And inside the header, I'm going to go to the general and I'm going to be applying the background color because that's the main thing right here. And now we're going to be going back and we're going to be uploading the logo over here. So what you have to do is to just select the logo and then you have to upload it. Since my website name is going to be One Stop Shop, that is why I have created a logo right here. I didn't have much time, so I created just this in minutes and this is right here. Now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to hit select and the logo is going to be right here. And now you can go ahead and you can hit skip cropping so that it's actually in the full size right here and it's going to be right here. So now it's actually really very big and this is how it's looking. So we're going to be working up with the max width over here. Now we're going to be just deciding how much width we want and I'm going to be keeping it to be 100 pixels. This is going to be right here and this is how it's working. Now I'm going to go back and I'm going to go to the general and I'm going to be applying some of the height over here. So the height I'm going to be applying is going to be 100 pixels too, so that there is some gapping from the top and the bottom right here and the menu is basically aligned right here. Now we're going to be going ahead and we're going to be designing the menu over here. So you can see that this shopping cart is already here. When you install the WooCommerce, you already get this shopping cart, which was not here when there was no WooCommerce installed. So we're going to be going to the menu right here. Now there is one thing I want to tell you is that in the general, you guys do know about these type of menus. So you can use any type of menus right here. And this is how the menu will be changed. Even though you can change it to top menu, which is the menu that is mostly used with some of the websites. And then what you can do is that you can just write the menu beneath this, and this is how your website will be looking like. And then you can, and so this is actually a menu that mostly e-commerce websites use. Then what you can do is that you can go ahead and you can work with the color of this, but I'm going to be using the actual menu that we have been using, and I like to keep the website simple. This is also the simple, so if you like that way, you can do it that as well. Now what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be going back and we will be working up with the menus right here. So the link color is going to be white. And now we will be working up with the link background on the hover. So we're going to be using this color. This really just goes up with the grayish color that we have been using. And now you can see this is how it's looking. Same like this, you can go ahead and you can change the link color on hover to be white as well so that it doesn't get changed. And this is how you can see it's working. Now what you can do is that you can go ahead, you can go back, and now you can work with the top bar. So you can see this is right here. This thing is something that we will be talking in detail later on. So now what you have to do is to go back, and now you have to go ahead and work with the top bar. So for the top bar, first of all, I'm going to be adding the number here. That's going to be the phone number. And this is right here. So you can see that I've got the phone number over here and I've got this info@itonseal.com, the email as well. Now, I would like to comment something on the phone number. And the reason for that is because if you have a support team right with yourself, then you can add the phone number. Otherwise, if you are basically building an e-commerce website and you are adding your own phone number and you are really a busy guy, then you should not be adding this and you should only be keeping the email to yourself. Well, it totally depends upon you. If you want to manage it yourself, if you want to manage the store yourself, then you can definitely use that. Now we are done with this, and now we will be working up with this right here. So for the background color, what you can do is that you can choose the exact same color that we have been using over here. Okay, and then what you can do is that you can just go to the border color and you can get rid of the border right here, and this is how it's gonna be. Okay, so this is how it's going to be looking like. And then you can go ahead and you can work with the text color and you can make it to be white so that this is how it's going to be visible. And you can use this type of color. Okay, so if you are okay with it. Otherwise, if you want to choose the other color, then you can use this particular color, and then this is not going to be really harsh to the eyes, and this is actually going to be the simple, but there is a little difference if you feel it. So now this is how you can see that our website with the header and things are done. Now we will be working up with the footer over here. So all you have to do is to go back and you have to go to the menus over here, and you can see we have got the menu, and this is actually set to the footer, which is coming right here. And so what you'll do is that you will uncheck this so that this is gone if you are getting any of the menu footer. Then what you can do is that you can go back, and now you can go to the footer. So inside this footer, you can go ahead and you can choose the exact same background color that we have been choosing over here. And we're going to be using this right here. And then you can work with the copyright over here. You can just decide that what is something that you want to write over here. So this is what I have written, and now you can see that everything is done over here. Now what you can do is that you can go ahead and you can work with the footer widgets over here, and you can decide whether you want to add something over here. So you can either add 3 or you can add 2, and then you can move to the widgets, and then you can add here the widgets. So this is what I have added. You can see that I created this About Us widget over here, and I added some lorem ipsum. Then I added this help menu. Okay, this is actually just right here. I added the navigation menu, and I selected the menu to be menu 2. And then what I did, I added the menu 2 to have these pages. Okay, then what I did, I went to this particular footer 3 widget, and inside this I added a text, and I set the heading to be contact information, and I added this stuff over here just like that. Okay, and this is how you can see that everything is working right here. So once everything is done, all you can do is that you can hit go back, and you are right here. Now what we're going to be doing is that we're going to be coming up here, and we're going to be designing that how everything should be working. So you can see we've got this parallax footer effect. What you can do is that you can switch this to on, and now you can see how this is going to work is that this is going to be fixed, and now the page will move but the footer will be just like that. Okay, so this is what we call as a parallax footer. Same like this, you can go ahead, you can work with this. You guys don't know about that. And we've got the padding, and now we've got the background color, the text color, and the borders color. So you can see that this is the border color, and we're going to be getting rid of this border, and we're going to be keeping it to be transparent so that the border should be gone. Same like this, link color on hover should be remained white. Okay, just like that. And now you can see that our footer and our header is now totally ready. So in the next video, we will be going ahead and we will be working up with designing some of our e-commerce pages. Okay, and what this is that we're going to be designing this particular page. So we will be just working up with just like how many columns we want, and inside how many products we want to show, and do we want to show the pagination, and do we want to just like when we go down the product should be load automatically, do we want that feature? And there's a lot of things that you will work. So in the next video, we will be working up with that. And after that, when we are done with each and everything, then I will show you how you can go ahead and how you can work up with this particular page and how you can design a really great, awesome website with this. So in the next video, we will be doing that. Stay tuned, guys, and bye-bye.